Tonight we're learning new details in the murder investigation of Spencer and Monique Tepe. The dentist and his wife were found dead on the second floor of their Wineland Park home more than a week ago now.
A quiet morning that changed everything. December 30th, 2025, a normal winter morning in Columbus, Ohio. The sun rises on the Wineland Park neighborhood, a quiet part of the city where Dr. Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique live with their two little kids. But by mid-morning, this peaceful street is shattered by unimaginable horror. Picture this. Spencer never misses work. His dental practice in Athens, Ohio, is usually bustling by 8 a.m., but today he's a no-show. Colleagues start to worry. Who should have their usual coffee by 8:30? Instead, someone in his office is on the phone, calling 911. By 9 a.m., police arrive at the Tepe's home for a wellness check. The officer knocks and finds nothing, no answer. But the response that follows will haunt this city for years. Another local resident, hearing cries of children from inside that darkened house, rushes to call again and finds a chilling sight. Through a gap in the door, a flash of red blood. Moments later, first responders force their way in. What they find on the second floor is a nightmare come to life. Dr. Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique lying motionless, each shot multiple times. Their two young children, ages 4 and 1, are miraculously alive, left unharmed in another room. Dramatic pause. There is no struggle, no sign of forced entry, and no weapon in sight. Just the echoes of a peaceful house turned crime scene. Meet Spencer and Monique. They should have been celebrating the holidays and each other. Spencer Tepe, 37, was a well-loved Ohio State University graduate and a devoted dentist who made people smile. Family and friends remember him as energetic and kind, a huge Ohio State Buckeyes and Cincinnati Bengals fan, always joking, always upbeat. He loved his little nephew and niece, and he dreamed of giving his own kids the happiest childhoods. His wife, Monique Tepe, 39, was described by loved ones as joyful and warm. A stay-at-home mom, Monique poured her heart into baking, planning family gatherings, and telling her children bedtime stories. Niece once said Monique made the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. Together, Spencer and Monique were the picture of a loving couple. They married in 2015 and just celebrated their 4th wedding anniversary. Christmas 2025 had been full of laughter with the kids. No one expected it to be the last time they would see Spencer and Monique alive. Every neighbor who knew them is in shock. An aunt recalls how her preschooler lit up whenever Spencer came by. He was so much fun. A cousin from Cincinnati said Spencer always wanted a family and loved being around kids. Monique, she added, fit right in with everyone. Her warmth made her a second mom to so many. Now both parents are gone. Their oldest daughter left motherless. Their little boy left fatherless. The chilling 911 call. On that fateful morning, everything moved fast. The 911 dispatcher recorded the frantic calls. There's a body. A man breathes into the phone. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed, and there's blood. The stranger on the line is a family friend, someone who had gone to check on Spencer after the office confirmed he never arrived. Through tears and panic, he watches from the doorway as tragedy unfolds inside. Seconds feel like hours. I can't get closer to see more, he tells the dispatcher. By 10 a.m., police and paramedics burst through the front door. Upstairs, Dr. Tepe lies lifeless on the floor. Monique lies on a bed, fatally wounded in the chest. Their two children are found crying but unharmed under a blanket in the living room, holding a family toy. Outside on the porch, the family dog sits whimpering, puzzled by the chaos. For the officers on the scene, this silent house becomes a puzzle of questions. No broken windows, no forced entry. The front door was locked, no sign someone barged in. Neighbors had been asleep through the night. Nobody heard a single gunshot or argument. It seems the killers came and left as quietly as shadows. Columbus Police Chief Elaine Bryant later called it definitely disturbing. The community is gripped by fear. Who could do this and why? Searching for answers. In the days that follow, Columbus detectives work around the clock. News crews appear outside the modest 2-story home at 1411 North 4th Street, where a faded Christmas wreath still hangs. Crime tape flaps in the cold wind. Neighbors cling to memories of Spencer and Monique, trying to process their loss. Police piece together the timeline. Surveillance cameras in nearby houses and alleys become key. Early on December 30th, between about 2 a.m. and 5 a.m., a grainy video captures a lone figure trudging past the Teep's back alley. The person is wrapped in a dark hoodie and sweatpants, head down as if hiding. Investigators now believe this mysterious figure may have been near the house during the crime. Detectives also comb through every detail. The car parked outside the Teep home before dawn, the call by concerned neighbors, the receipts of Spencer's last bank purchases, even phone records. They even note something alarming. A wellness check was first done at the wrong address, costing precious time. First, a police officer knocked on a neighbor's door by mistake, only leaving after 9:20 a.m. Then, 911 calls kept coming in. By the time someone realized the error, an hour had passed. It's a mistake no one expected, and it adds to the family's frustration and heartbreak. Across Columbus, people talk. A reward is offered for any tip. Social media buzzes with speculation. Was this a targeted attack, or a random break-in gone wrong? Police Chief Bryan refuses to offer a motive, warning that releasing too much could hurt the case. We trust the justice system to hold the person responsible fully accountable, the family later says in a statement. For now, all other details are sealed. Meanwhile, in the grieving communities of Mason, where Spencer grew up, and Westerville, where Monique once lived, friends are devastated. A sister-in-law remembers the couple preparing for a vacation to celebrate 5 years of marriage. People light candles in their memory and share photos. Spencer grinning with his kids, Monique baking cookies at Christmas, both wrapped in the joy of family. None of them expected to be preparing funeral plans for their friends and neighbors so soon. Breakthrough and arrest. Then, after nearly 2 weeks of unanswered questions, a breakthrough. Columbus detectives traced the video of that person in the alley to a vehicle. It's a blue 2002 Audi A4 parked near the Teep's house. License plate leads them on a cross-state hunt. In Rockford, Illinois, about 70 miles northwest of Chicago, a man matching the photo's description is found driving an Audi A4. On Saturday, January 10th, police move in. Inside a modest apartment in a Chicago suburb, they arrest 39-year-old Michael David McKee. He makes no scene and is taken into custody by Winnebago County deputies. Out in Illinois, news crews swarm the small town. Wendell Medical Center, where McKee works as a vascular surgeon, locks its doors for the day. McKee, Monique's ex-husband, is a person of interest. Once married to Monique, he's now charged with 2 counts of murder in Ohio. The FBI-looking press conference confirms it. This respected doctor from Chicago is accused of gunning down his ex-wife and her new husband. The shock is palpable. How did they arrive here? Back in Columbus, investigators compare notes. McKee had flown under the radar for years, living in Chicago, Virginia, Las Vegas, even California after divorcing Monique in 2017. Yet on that early December night, he drove his car into Wineland Park. Surveillance showed him leaving soon after the time of death. Tragically, his destination ended up being the scene of a double homicide. For the first time, some answers surface. Court records show McKee married Monique in 2015. She filed for divorce 2 years later, citing incompatibility. They had no children together, and the marriage ended quietly. After Ohio State Medical School, McKee had built a career as a doctor. To neighbors in Chicago, he was just another hospital physician. Nobody suspected he might be capable of violence. The motive remains murky. Was he angry over the divorce? Jealous of Monique's new family? Investigators have not said. Monique had moved on. She had 2 babies with Spencer, and friends say she was focused on raising her young family. If McKee held a grudge, he kept it well hidden. Now charges will have to answer that question in court. A family's tragic journey. As the police reel from the arrest, Spencer and Monique's family tries to move forward. On January 11th, a private memorial is held for the Teeps. Loved ones share stories. Spencer's booming laugh as he roasted marshmallows with the kids, Monique's soft lullabies on sleepless nights. Harder. They hold back tears remembering mom and dad. 2 bright lights snuffed out too soon. A family statement, read at the service, says they feel relief at the arrest, but know nothing can undo their loss. In their words, Monique and Spencer remain at the center of our hearts. We carry forward their love as we surround and protect the 2 children they leave behind. Friends promised to raise Spencer and Monique's 1-year-old son and 4-year-old daughter as if they were their own. We have a huge community, a family member says, that will step in to help raise these children. The Columbus community mourns with them. Even the city's mayor spoke, thanking police and pledging every effort to keep neighborhoods safe. The Wineland Park Bakery, where Spencer once bought donuts, now displays a simple sign in memory of Spencer and Monique. Neighbors bring meals to Spencer's parents and Mason, who are now caring for the kids. Flowers and teddy bears arrive at the scene. At the funeral home, 2 small caskets lie side by side in gentle peace. But behind closed doors, many questions linger. How did their mourning turn so dark? Who was the shadow in the alley? What was the truth behind Michael McKee's drive that night? The courts will eventually look for answers. For now, law enforcement says they have their prime suspect, and that is a step toward justice. The search continues. As we close this chapter, know that the story is far from over. The accused is in custody, but Columbus is left to grapple with the shock and grief. Investigators continue combing through evidence. Phone records, travel history, anything that might explain why this doctor came back to the town he once called home, with a gun and lethal intent. Surveillance teams still sift through footage. Crime Stoppers tip lines remain open with cash rewards. Columbus families take extra precautions, checking their locks at night. The image of those 2 helpless toddlers is a chilling reminder that evil can intrude anywhere. Yet many also take comfort in the swift action of police and the unity of the community. Candlelight vigils and prayer circles pop up as people refuse to let fear define them. Conclusion: remembering Spencer and Monique. 2 families are forever changed. 2 children will celebrate future birthdays without their parents. But the warmth Spencer and Monique shared with everyone they knew will not disappear. Each time someone bakes cookies like Monique did, or laughs a little too loud at a Bengals game, remembering Spencer, their spirit lives on. They were loving spouses, proud parents, loyal friends. Their story, rising like a dark mystery from a quiet street, reminds us how quickly life can change. Yet in the end, it also shows us something else: the strength of a community and the resilience of family determined to honor 2 lives taken too soon. If this story moved you, if it made you stop and think, please take a moment to like this video. It truly helps the channel reach more people. If you have thoughts, opinions, or questions about this case, leave them in the comment below. I read every single one. And if you want more deeply researched documentary stories like this, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss what comes next. Thank you for watching.